Hey guys, welcome. We are looking at Warhammer 40k Inquisitor Martyr. This is just a couple days before the patch 2.0 comes out. I wanted to do a video. I'm thinking about covering that patch. I really like this game. It does have its faults. It actually has quite a few faults, and that's why I quit playing it when it came out. What got me thinking about doing this was obviously wanting to check out 2.0. I'm actually not too familiar with what's coming in 2.0. I know it was supposed to drop, maybe a couple weeks back, and I remember I got home from work and checked and they had delayed it, and that was disappointing. But what really made me want to check out the game was a friend of mine told me to try it out with a controller. So that's actually what this video is going to be about. I thought I'll give it a go with a controller. I do like action RPGs with a keyboard and mouse, but I found, and I think several people have, if the controller's done right, it will play just fine that way. So that's what this is about. Now, if you've been following my videos, you'll notice probably 8 or 9 days since I last put one out. Real life kind of kicked me in the face, so my Octopath series got put on a hold, and I don't know that I'm going to resume that series, honestly. It's kind of hard to keep up with it, so I think I might just focus on games like this, and it's just, I don't really want to go in what happened. But these persistent games like this and MMOs, I think, will be a lot easier to focus on than trying to play an entire single-player game. But anyway, so I have 3 characters on this, and that's going to be the first complaint I get into with this game. So I deleted a bunch of characters. It actually wasn't a bunch. So I want to go into create first, if you're unfamiliar with this game. So you got your 3 types of characters here. It's your Crusader, your Assassin, and your Psyker. Now your Psyker, that's going to be your magic class, and Crusader, that's one I'm not even going to look at the Psyker, but the Crusader I do want to look at, because Crusader, if you look, they're a little tankier. The Assault, and this is where my complaint's going to come from here in just a second. So if you look, they're obviously vastly different. So we have Tactical, and if you look at the Tactical, Crusader is using quite a different weapon set than Assault right next to it. So if you look at the description here, Laser Pistol and Auto Gun. Now let's look at Assault. Power Sword, Great Sword, and Suppression Shield. So the Assault's going to be a more typical tank type class, because they've got that sword and shield, or they can go with that Great Sword. If we go over to Heavy Gunner, it's a shotgun and a laser gun. And if you also notice, they each have different types of armor, which are going to affect how they play. So the Sentinel armor versus your Assault armor, and then you have the Demolition armor. And you look, that's a missile launcher. I'm not going into it because I'm not playing this class, but they each do different things, and they play vastly different. Now I'm going to look at the Assassin, because that's what I'm going to be playing. So the assassin, you have the infiltrator, which is the one I play. The stealth bodysuit, they have the cult blades, assassin power, sword. And then they're gonna, as you progress through, they unlock different weapons. I should mention that. The sniper's obviously a vastly different play style because they use a sniper rifle and auto pistol, so it's ranged. Then you have the eradicator, which is the shotgun and the sniper rifle, so they have that varying style there. So, and then they obviously have the different bodysuits. Infiltrator being the typical assassin style with the stealth. You have the hololithic armor here, and then the fabricator distortion. So they're different styles altogether. Now here's the complaint I was alluding to. So when I went to make a character, I was going to make one and start, and before I even decided to finish trying to create or even get into creation, I thought, no, I'm not going to do that because the tutorial missions are kind of boring. Because if you're like me, you've played action RPGs, you know, it's holding your hand. But here was the problem. I just had a couple characters from when I played the game earlier, and it's already telling me you got to delete a character and make another one. Well, there was 3 vastly different styles of crusaders, 3 different styles of assassins. So you're going to tell me that I don't have enough character slots to make all those. And that's a big problem for me. Why should I be limited? Now, I didn't play the game long enough to maybe you unlock more. I'm not going to presume to know. But I'm the type in these styles of games, when you hook me, that I will play and play and play. Diablo 3, for all its faults, it hooked me enough to where I at least wanted to play, you know, the classes, and it gave me enough character slots that I could at least have one of the classes. And this, yeah, there's 3, but then they have their subclass under it, so that should be enough there. There should be 9 character slots at least. So let's go ahead and get into this now, and that's where we're going to come in to the next complaint before I actually get in and test this out with the controller here. And see, this is one of the other issues I had, and that is actually loading a little faster than it used to. Now, granted, this isn't on my solid state, so that's, I guess, my fault there, but well, it still seems to be loading just as slow as ever. But one of the issues I have, since we have a little time on this loading screen, and there we go. So if you look over on the left, you've got my character portrait, and then you see 146, and then you see my character level, which is 5. The 146 is my character power level. And what am I doing? Let's go ahead and hit. Okay, so everything's on the scroll wheel. So character sheet. Let's go there. Okay, so you see my character level 5, like I was saying. And then my inventory. Now the fist, that's my power rating, and that's 146. So you see those are a little easier to see now. Level 5, or rank 5, but it's level. And then power rating 146. And let me get back and look at the inventory. So, you know, my gear is over there, and that was one of the issues with this game. So if I had a new bodysuit, it technically might not have the stats I want on it, because that power rating on it would say plus 10. It would knock me up to say 156, and now I'll show you why that was a problem. I go to the star map, and the star map, you look here, we got 197 down here on this demonic incursion. Well, the power rating's 197, so we've got to constantly juggle that power rating. So we have over here 129. My power rating is in the acceptable range, so let's go ahead and just go there. But see, that was one of my complaints with the game, was it was forcing me at points, and I'm sure, seeing that that's still there, they may have improved it, or maybe that's something that's coming in 2.0. I really don't know. But I really got annoyed with that it would be locking me behind making bad decisions for what I felt on gear because of that power rating. Now, it's been a while since I really played, but I swear there were missions that you absolutely had to have that power rating at a certain point before you could actually go in and complete them. Now, there are some times that you could go in and be under the recommended level, so the power rating, wouldn't keep you from that. Like this mission right here that I just selected is not a story mission, because that star map, you can go and it's got like all kinds of missions, so there's a lot of replay available, a lot of extra stuff. And that's one thing that one of my friends who bought the game tried to argue, that other games had more replay, and I said this one had plenty of replay. You already had all these optional missions, so I didn't get that complaint myself, because I could go all over the map. Alright, so we have the cover mechanic, and that's left button. So far, it's very responsive with the controller. So let's just go in here and test. So it's responsive. The only issue I'm already seeing, and I'll have to fight a little bit more before I say it, but when I was setting there just now, and maybe that's just because I'm not used to using the controller yet, when I was trying to target this one, and we had all these other mobs here, it wasn't wanting to target the right one. So let's see. Now you obviously see he's highlighted, so maybe this is just my fault for not paying attention. Just see, I think now that was an auto target there. So I'm gonna double check, but I think when I'm not pressing the stick in, that it's targeting on its own. So let's see. I'm not pressing the stick. So let's see what happens. Okay, that's exactly what's happening. So I'm not pressing the stick, but now when I'm pressing the stick in, I'm directing with the left stick the target. So I'm going to come over here, and there you go. Now that's... So if you do play with a controller on this game, make sure that you're just aiming that stick at the target you want to hit. Because I'm already noticing, even saying that, I'm having this tendency when I'm wanting to activate my skills down here, like when I hit B, like right there, you see, even as I'm sitting here telling in the video, I'm making mention, I'm taking my hand off the stick as I'm describing and saying, make sure not to. So when I do that, like when I hit Y there for that skill, it released my targeting. So instead of Y hitting this person, Y goes over here. So that's going to be something that if you play with the controller, you definitely need to be aware of. Now maybe that's common because I haven't played Diablo with a controller in a while. So that might just be something that's commonplace on these games like that, and I've just forgotten. Or that may be something totally unique to this game. I really don't know. But I'm actually not that. I'll just say I'm not having really any problems with the controller. Like, the more I use it, the more I'm actually, like, enjoying it.
Recoil unclean.
I better run back here and so I don't die, but the right stick controlling the camera. The only thing that I don't like about that is it's definitely you're definitely sacrificing the responsiveness of the mouse. But what we're sacrificing with that, you know, I'm leaned back right now instead of setting up to control my mouse like I normally do. I'm relaxed, leaned back. So I guess we definitely have a trade-off. Wow, I'm not paying attention there.
Repent.
Oh, look at that. Slow, lag, whatever you want to call it. Yep. Amazing. So, as I rotate the camera, if I was using the mouse, you know, that, as I'm probably sure you're aware, that just whips right around. But I personally could see me probably playing more of this game just because I'm getting to relax and play lean back. Like, I like it. My biggest complaint, and this is coming from now using the controller. So we have the skills, if you didn't know, if you look down the bottom, we have 4 skills. They're based on the weapons. And I hate that there's only 4 skills. I wish there were more. And I'm now starting to wonder, is this because they had designed it with a controller in mind? But, you know, being a person who plays a lot of, or used to play a lot of MMOs, I don't necessarily play them a lot anymore. I guess I got used to having a million skills in front of me. 4 skills aren't necessarily bad. I just don't like that they're tied to my weapon choice. I would rather, you know, level to 30 and gain my skills along the way. So if I'm this infiltrator, you know, I'm like level 5, I've learned a new infiltrator skill. If I don't like it, I don't put it on my bar.
Death is a journey.
Because I do remember when I was playing before, one of the weapon types had a jump. It was like some kind of jump move they would do, and it would land and do AoE damage. So if there was a group like that, you could start off with that and land in the middle of them. But then, you know, you get a new weapon and it's got 10 power rating more. You give that up. So I would just rather, you know, a traditional, I leveled up, give me my skill, please. But I think, well, I don't know. I don't know if that's one of the things that changed. Now, you've seen me pick up loot along the way. Now, I can't touch that loot. I cannot equip that loot yet. Now, that is one thing I swear I read. Of the few details I did read, I think that is one of the things that is changing in 2.0. Or maybe you get... Like, see, everything's paid out at the end of the mission. That's what it is. The way it is now. And I think they are changing it. So, that will be a very welcome change. So I would rather get my experience just like a traditional action RPG. I kill a mob and it gives me 20 XP. Or 10, whatever. And then we do that over and over. Now, let's see. So if this is your first time watching this game, I'm going to say that I personally feel it's a competent action RPG. And I know a lot of people who followed it more, like I had abandoned it because I just got kind of frustrated with some of those design choices, especially that power rating. Like I cannot, that power rating really frustrated me. And it's small design choices that would really frustrate me. Like the ability that you look, and I've been using a weapon forever, and I know that's going to be an upgrade, but I can't do anything about it until the mission's over. It's just stuff like that really, after a while, just wore me down to the game. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what improvements they've made for 2.0, provided they don't delay it again. Now, if they delay it again, I just don't know that I'm going to have the patience to go back. But I am enjoying it, so now, you know, I may stick around and, you know, give it another shot, but right now I am going to just keep plugging away with this character. Or maybe try out all of them. But I would say this. That patch is coming out, let's see, the 20th. That's it. So if
are guilty.
I were you and it is not the 20th of June yet, I would wait until the 20th to check out the game, because I would say there's going to be a sale coming up. I would honestly be very shocked if there was no sale in this game. 100% would be very shocked, as much negativity as they received when they delayed the game. There is a standalone expansion coming as well, and it's going to add a new class. And I'm getting ready get killed again. And it does not look like those health packs do much. But yes, the expansion coming is supposed to be standalone. So you finish your objective.
Objective completed.
And if you want to go kill the rest of the enemies, you can.
But
But there's no point unless you just want to try to get some extra loot. Because until they reward XP for every kill, there's no point. So then you're going to get your chest at the end. And there's your items that come from the chest. And then at the top, this is what else we had. So then leveled up, and then you got that. So my advice, if this looks like a game that you would like, I would say if you're watching this before the 20th, wait until the 20th. I would expect a sale, honestly. If you're a fan of action RPGs and a fan of Warhammer 40k, then it is a no-brainer. To me, I would say check it out. But that still being said, I would wait until the 20th. Either way, I just think that with all the talk about this new patch, I would say that that's going to be the best time to pick up the game. It's looking like a fresh start. Alright, and I'll probably definitely be putting out more videos on this game. Right now, if I put any more out pre-patch 2.0, it'll probably be checking out gameplay on different class types. But I don't know that I'm going to bother because I just get this feeling. I've read tiny bits and pieces, and I just get this feeling that it's probably not worth my time to start another character yet. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this video, as always, give me a like, give me a subscribe. Also, any game you want to see me check out, go ahead and leave me that suggestion. And I think just last note, well, actually, we'll just leave it there. And you can just keep your eyes peeled and try to get more videos out. I know it was a long break. And I just really don't want to get into that with this video. You can probably look for another video. I have some ideas probably either later today or tomorrow. Anyway, thanks again, guys.